Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is SSJGazhan99, and as I was saying to you earlier, I'm actually doing some updates to my deck and stuff, and deck building and all sorts of things for the new Yu-Gi-Oh format. And as you can see, this is one of the newest decks that I'm building. It's a junk despot variant. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it at the moment. It's consistently getting synchros out, but it's not getting things like Quasar and things like that out quickly enough. It takes a good 3 or 4 turns of setup to actually do. I know it's not as good as a pure junk deck would be at getting out something like Quasar or a pure despot, but it seems like a fun idea. It does work. I've been getting formulas out, and I've been getting level 6s, 7s, 5s, plentiful 5s are getting out as well, which is quite easy. So I'm going to go run through what I've picked up and what I've got. So this is basically my build at the moment. We've got 3 number 1s, 3 number 2s, 3 number 3s, 3 junk synchron, 1 quick draw synchron, 3 reinforcements of the army, 1 foolish burial, 3 tuning, 3 doppel warrior, 1 spell striker, 1 dandelion, 1 glob bulb, 2 level eaters, 1 for 1 inferno reckless summon, 1 dark hole, 1 unknown synchron, 2 max C, which I can take out, 2 quillbolt hedgehog, which again I could probably take them out of here as well, but it just added a little bit of consistency while I was playtesting. I've got 2 duality and 2 call of the haunteds. Now, out of the stuff that I can see that of my deck testing that I could probably take out, pretty much I can take out all of the despots. They could be removed and be replaced and just play a pure junk build variant. I only own 1 quick draw synchron, so I can only play 1. So that one's kind of, I could probably get more, but yeah. The other ones that can be a bit cloggy, obviously the Max C, the Quill Bolt, you don't really want to be drawing them. You want to be milling them or sending them to the graveyard and working them from there. Obviously the Max C, depends how consistent it'll be, but again they can be taken out. I can put something else in. I've got other stuff lined up like the TG variants, like TG Warwolf, TG Striker, things like that I can put in its place. I like the triple doppel. It helps, especially when you've got loads of level 1s in the number 1, and also you've got things like bulb. You've got things like what else should there be? Synchroing out, yeah, it's just really bulb. Number 1 is really good, and obviously being able to get into formula synchron and things like that quite quickly and easily is pretty sweet and pretty cool. I'll show you my extra deck as well. It's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. Sorry if you actually heard my phone just ring there, but it's it's payday tomorrow, so I'm pretty pleased by that. Right, so I'm actually running. I've got 2 formula, 1 armory arm. I've got 2 junk warrior, 1 Armades, the keeper of secrets, or the keeper of boundaries, sorry, 1 TG hyper librarian, 1 Catasta, 1 Yugioh guardian, 1 junk berserker, 1 black rose dragon, 1 stardust, 1 shooting star, 1 quasar, and these 2 I've just been like sort of putting in and putting out depending on what I want to play and how I want to play it. TG halberd cannon and the spark dragon. I know the spark dragon is not available for the format for the UK, but it is still a viable option in the deck. You can hit 8s quite quickly in this deck, and it is quite consistent. Go through some of the plays. Obviously, you want, excuse the I kind of do that when I'm thinking about my next sentence. So it is one of those things that you try not to do. Now, with Despot number 3, what it does when you normal summon it, you can special summon a Despot from deck. So you can select number 2 when it's special summoned to the field. You can add a Despot from the deck to hand. So you normally, this is how I normally do it anyway. I normally summon number 3, special number 2 to add number 3, and it again if you've got this bad boy out, you can go number 3 into number 2, add number 3, special 2 number 2s from the Inferno Reckless Summon, and then on the field you've basically got 3 number 2s, a number 3. What this one does is increase the attack and defense of all machine type monsters except this card. So it'll pump 333. So you're looking 1500 attack added on to the rest of them. Obviously, these will get 1000 instead of 15, because obviously they only pump by each other, -1. But he will get the big boost. What he does, I believe, is target. Let me quickly read it off there. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one despot monster you control, and it gains 500 attack and defense for each despot monster you control until the end of the turn. So if you've got this bad boy and 3 of these dudes, you're looking 2000 just pump straight away onto this thing. Now if you've already pumped him through these guys, he gets really, really strong. So that's pretty much the plays you do with the despot. Number ones, again, if you special summon 2 machine type monsters at the same time, you can special summon him from the graveyard as long as he's in the grave, and then he will pump by 500 for each machine type monster you control as well. So he can again can get deadly. He's also a tuner, and you can actually use him to tune into things like the Doppel tokens, the Dandy tokens. You can get out into Formula Synchron. You can get quite quickly into Hyper Librarian, drawing all sorts of things. Again, very good combination, and you would assume that it worked well with Junk, and the amount of funky shenanigans Junk Synchron can get away with, especially when you can go, say, Junk Synchron, special summon Despot number 2, Inferno Reckless summon into even more Despot number 2s, and go from there, you know what I mean? So you can do all sorts of funky shenanigans, and it gets really, really weird, and what you can do. And if you use, say, the Junk Warrior with the number 2 to get into, the Junk Synchron into the Despot number 2 to go into Junk Warrior, you've got to remember those other 2 Despots are pumped by 1000 between themselves, so that pumps the Junk Warrior as well. So you can see where the combinations are coming from, and he can get pretty strong when you start pumping that bad boy up. Again, if you can get the combo off with number 3 with the number 2s, and then synchro into Junk Warrior, you can get into some serious numbers with Junk Warrior, kind of like calculator numbers, which is insane. Again, I might even take one of these quill bolts out and put in a calculator and keep my Junk calculator variant build. So this is my current Junk deck. It's basically done for fun. It's at the moment it's consistently getting out a Hyper Librarian and 2 formulas in a turn, but then it kind of like halts very hard. It kind of like stops in what it's doing, and your plays kind of grind to a halt unless you've got like Bulb in graveyard, or you've got a spell striker in hand, or you've got access to the Quillpult Hedgehog. You kind of literally the deck grinds to a halt, and you're like 2 formulas, 1 Hyper Librarian on field, and you're like, but I can't play anymore. I've kind of stopped, and you kind of get stuck. So I added in the level eaters to try and add a bit more consistency in terms of getting at getting at anything really. It worked in one hand, but I played like 7 or 8 different hands, and I never drew. Excuse me, and I never drew it. So I'm not too sure what to do. If you guys can give me any tips, any hints, and let me know. Obviously, at the moment, I've got no access to getting more quick draws. So let me know if you think I should go more quick draws. I'll try and get them if I can. But a lot of people are holding on to them because of the new Junk support that's come out in Japan. It's going to be coming out here relatively soon. So a lot of people are holding on to their Junk stuff, which again is a pain in the neck. I'm extremely lucky to have got 3 of the tunings, because again, they're like rocking all shit to try and get hold of at the moment, because people are just keeping hold of them. So what I can take out is probably the Max C Spell Striker, the Quill Bolts, and again that frees up some cards. Again, you can do things like I can take out the Pot of Dualities. Again, draw consistency is always nice to have, but again, it's in a deck that special summons like shit. It's special summoning every turn. Pot of Duality can be a hindrance more than a help. So, but it's always nice first turn to have a Pot of Duality in hand. But beyond that, when you're trying to special summon and trying to get things going, it's pretty difficult. So that's my deck. That's my current fun deck that I'm trying to build. So if you can give me a hand, let me know in the comment section. And I'm quite active on YouTube anyway. Maybe not active as much as I used to be when it comes to releasing videos and stuff. but I'm still active in terms of watching and keeping an eye on my videos and things like that. So if you've got any comments, if you've got any suggestions, just leave some in the comment section, and I will read them and I'll listen to them. And if you don't mind explaining your reasons as well, I'd like to know any combos or plays and how they work. That's always a nice thing to know. And that's pretty much it. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.